Casey Anthony wiped away tears in court today, exactly 1 year after the remains of her 2-year-old daughter, Caylee, were found. Anthony's lawyers are asking a judge in Florida to spare her life if she's convicted of killing Caylee. Caylee's remains were found in the woods by a former meter reader. It was near the home where she lived with her mother and her grandparents. Today, the prosecutor in the case argued Casey should die for what she's accused of doing.
Caylee was almost 3 when she died, with duct tape over her nose and her mouth. Any child of that age should have had the physical ability to remove the duct tape, covering her airway and preventing her from breathing. And the evidence in this case would indicate that Caylee was, if not average, above average in that regard. A juror might conclude then that she must have been restrained, either chemically or physically. If chemically restrained, her killer prepared some substance in advance that would render her physically unable to resist, administered the substance, awaited its effect, and then methodically applied 3 pieces of duct tape to completely cut off the flow of air through her mouth or her nose, and let nature take its course. At least Caylee wouldn't have had any fear. How would jurors apply those facts to the law the court will give them? If she was physically restrained, her killer would have to have restrained her arm by some means, applying tape while she was conscious. As the killer looked into her face, maybe her killer even saw her eyes as the tape was applied. First 1 piece, then 2, then 3, so that no breath was possible. Could Caylee have understood what was happening to her? Did she try to resist? Could her killer see the fear in her eyes as the tape was applied? These are questions only the jurors will be able to answer in this case. One thing we do know is this. If we have gotten to this stage, those same jurors have already decided that the face that Caylee Anthony saw in those final moments of her life, was her mother's face. Anyone who contends that no juror could find that these conclusions call for a sentence of death is only fooling themselves.
Folks, this is only a hearing and incredibly intense in that courtroom. The death was ruled a homicide, but a specific cause of death, that has not been determined. Casey has always said she never killed her child. And as you can see, a lot went on in court today. Criminal